Hello and welcome to Saki Tech. So in today's video, I would like to share some secret iPad tips and tricks which I recently discovered that I'd like to share with you guys. Hopefully these will enhance your use of the iPad. And just so you know, you're looking at an iPad 4 here on the screen with iOS 6 running on it. These tips apply to iPad mini, iPad 2, and iPad 3 as well. So let's dive in and see what we got here. Okay, so the first thing I want to go over is where you can invert the whole color scheme of your iPad. So it's going to invert all the colors and going to give you a black theme. So you go into settings, okay, navigate to general, accessibility, and just click on where it says invert colors, and boom, you've got a black theme. What happened here was the whole color scheme across the iPad was inverted. So wherever you look, you're going to see the negative of the actual color. So then you go back to that and you press on and we're back to normal. Okay, so if you want a different color scheme, a different theme, this is it. Now the second trick is where you can actually restrict people that have access to your iPad from accessing certain applications. So if you don't want your son to go to the internet, you can restrict the Safari application with the password protection. So let's go to settings, and in general, in the main menu, you go to restrictions on the top. You have to pick a passcode the first time you enter. Mine is already good to go, so I'm putting that in, and here you see a list of apps that you can turn on or off. So as you can see, Safari is off, and that means nobody can access it. Let's turn a couple more off. Turn the camera off, turn FaceTime, and turn Siri off. So nobody can use Siri anymore on this iPad. Okay? Turn the iTunes off too. Let's go to Home. And if you look at the home screen, you do not see Safari, so nobody can access that app. Go back to settings, restrictions. It's going to ask for a passcode every single time, and then turn them all on. In fact, let's turn all of them on. Go back to home, and as you can see at the bottom corner, you'll see Safari, and which you can access now. So this is a nice trick if you want to restrict access to your apps for other users. So this trick is where you can have the iPad actually dictate paragraphs to you. So let's go to settings, and under accessibility, just make sure speak selection is on, and let's go home and launch notes, and then select a paragraph here. And as you can see, once you select the portion of the paragraph you want, you have an option that says speak. Click that.
Platinum grade cable is used for running cables through the ductwork. It is at least 5 times more expensive than regular cable.
And you get a nice little dictation where iPad speaks to you. And then you can go back and turn it off if you want. The next trick is an easy one. It has to do with scrolling. Go to Safari and let's go all the way to the bottom of this page. So you scroll all the way down, and once you're down, let's say you want to go back up. What are you going to do? Are you going to scroll all the way back up? Which you can, but there's a shortcut. All you have to do is tap the status bar, the black status bar, and it jumps right back to the top. So this is a nice shortcut for people that read pages that are very, very long. So the next trick has to do with docking and undocking the keyboard. Some kind of weird trick. So let's go to Safari and pull up the keyboard. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so there's a keyboard, and if you press and hold the docking button, you have a couple options. Oops. You can click the split, and that I think a lot of people know. But then if you pull it back up, let's put it back together. You can also undock the keyboard, so it just starts floating in the middle for some reason. But I've never actually seen that before. I suppose that is good for some applications. But here's another trick for you. So put it back on the dock and we're good to go. Okay. So this trick is about hand gestures. So if you didn't know about these are very useful little gestures. So you can do this using your four fingers, slide up, and your multitasking bar appears, and tap to go back. And if you launch any application, You can switch between applications using your four fingers, left to right, right to left, whatever, okay? And then you can pinch the whole screen with all your fingers to exit from an application. So these are some useful hand gestures for quickly moving about in your iPad. Okay, so the next trick is where you can actually increase the size of your text. So go to General, go to the main screen and Accessibility, and then at the top there it says Large Text. You can pick the size of your text. So if you exit and let's launch a Notes application, you'll see that the text is now magnified to the amount of times that you chose. So go back to the setting and you can increase the size. Go back over, and there you go. So that's bigger size for you. And then I don't like that, so I'm going to turn it off. But for people that have difficulty seeing text, this is the perfect method to increase the size. Okay, so we come to the final secret where you can actually create keyboard shortcuts for long phrases that you use over and over and over all the time. So let's demonstrate this to make you understand better. Go to Settings, and then in General, go to Keyboard. At the bottom, you'll see a place called Shortcuts. As you can see, ILU is assigned to I Love You, and OMW is assigned to On My Way. Let's make a brand new one. So the phrase I want to create is Oh My God. Okay? And I want to assign a shortcut to this saying OMG, and then click Save on the top, and then let's go out to the to an application. Let's go to Notepad and create a brand new note. And then when the keyboard comes up, when you type in OMG, you get a suggestion saying oh my God. Oops, that was the wrong one. So let's type in OMG one more time. You press space to fill it in automatically. Let's do the other ones that we just looked at. So let's do ILU, which is I love you. Press space, boom, it's right there. Okay, and let's do the other one. OMW, press space, boom, you got the whole thing right there. So you can go and create all these beautiful keyboard shortcuts for phrases that you use a lot, and you can use this in your text messages. So this is an excellent little tip for heavy texters. Alright, so we come to the end of this video. I've shown you I think 9 or 10 tips here that I think were not very widely known as the other tips and tricks. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe to my channel for more videos. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video, and you can follow me on Facebook. You can follow me on Twitter for updates to come. And thank you again for watching this video. Have a good day now.